Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my little streams. Uh, there seems to be only three of you right now, which was two actually, okay, which was to be expected because I haven't done a stream in a long time, so I guess people weren't expecting me to do one, and I posted a video about 15 minutes ago saying that I would, but that was too long probably as well. Uh, but I'm happy to do it even for a few of you. Uh, and the number's growing a little bit. We've got 5 people now. So, yeah, let's get to it. Let me first just say that I explained this in a couple of my videos, but you may not have seen them. I haven't done a stream in a long time because the entirety of August I have been working on a work project, having deadlines at work, and another project I was helping a friend with. Uh, so I was pulling 8-hour shifts at work and then another 8-hour shift at home. So I really didn't have the energy to do any Star Wars related stuff, let alone streams. Uh, and then last week I was on holiday because I needed some rest after all that. And now I'm ready to get back to it. So let's get straight to it. There we are. All right. So, as you can see, I'm back to working on the original Star Wars film. I decided I would work intermittently on both, maybe even Jedi, because I figured Jedi shouldn't be too hard. So the only problem is that the amount of data I have to store in my computer for all 3 films is probably not going to be manageable. So but 2 films is still okay. So yeah, I'm back to doing some shots on Star Wars, and right now, as you can see, I'm working on the hallway extension scene, and if I play this for you, you can see I've already done this first shot. So here is a raw scan of an IB Technicolor print, which was used for the 4K 77 version. And oh, here, where are we? UHD Blu-ray, yep. And here's the UHD Blu-ray with some corrections and stuff. So as you can see, got the corridor. And they did a digital extension for it. So I basically just took the part that was changed from the 35mm and put it over the Blu-ray. I had to do some masks to mask out this door. Because I wanted to keep that from the 4K version. And of course I had to do like color corrections and stuff to make the 2 sources match in color. This correction is just for the door because on the edge the door was darker from the 35mm, so I had to bump it a little. Here, let me show you. here. Might be visible. Yep. See, it made this dark edge, so I just used the color correction to get rid of that. And I think it works really well. Reading some comments here. An interesting question. Hi Harmy, will you be including the same number of audios and subtitle tracks as with your previous works? That's definitely the plan. I might release like a more compact version, which will only have like the main English audios and subtitles for lots of languages. And then I will probably also release like a big, all-encompassing version with all the dubs and stuff. I was also thinking about the possibility of not of just providing the dubs separately so that everyone can mux in their preferred dubbing, because of course with like 25 audio tracks, the audio part of the project will get pretty huge. But on the other hand, considering that in 4K it will be like a 50 gigabyte file, it's probably not gonna make that much of a difference. So yeah, I'm definitely, in some way, I will be including all the audio tracks that were on the previous version and some new ones as well, probably. Okay, so this shot I think is pretty much done. So let's move on to the next one. Door is locked. Move on to the next one. There it is. And I don't understand why in the official releases the framing always changes from shot to shot. They reframe each shot separately. So whenever I'm doing something like this, the same was true for example, Lord of the Rings. I tried to match the DVD version with the Blu-ray version, and the framing was different for the different masters from shot to shot, not just overall. And the same is true for every release of Star Wars. Like the Blu-ray, the 2011 Blu-ray has different framing per each shot than the 2019 version. So yeah. So I already had the previous shot matched, but I will have to do it again for this one. So here we are. This is the 35mm version. Let's actually check what the DNR version of this looks like. Yeah, that's a problem with this DNR version. The blacks are quite baked in. So some shadow detail is lost there, and even this raw version has less shadow detail than the official UHD version. So for these, I have to do my own denoising, and which here it's already done. This is, I'm not sure how well this denoising stuff will show up on YouTube, but this is before denoising and this is after. It's pretty heavy, but it has to be in order to match the Blu-ray version. Or the UHD Blu-ray version anyway. So yes, I actually I actually use this match grade tool, which never really worked for me for matching grade, but what it does work for is it it auto aligns the two sources. So I can do this, and as you can see, they're pretty much perfectly aligned. Well, not exactly perfectly, because they each have slightly different warping, but definitely the center area matches very nicely. So that saves me a lot of work. So, yep. I'm just going to round these up to whole numbers because that way we keep more quality and or sharpness. And now let's do some tracking, because the 35mm version has a lot more gate weave, which is like the film moving inside the gate slightly because the sprocket holes aren't like perfectly exactly the same on each frame. So there's this micro movement, which, however, when it's enlarged, can be quite big. And then when you combine two elements together, you can see the shake. So I need to stabilize the footage first, and then track the Blu-ray version and match the movement of the Blu-ray version with this one. So let's set it to the current frame right away, and track. Let's see, what are we going to track? Try this. And while it's doing its thing, I can read some of your comments. Oh yeah, thank you. Any other despecialized? Aidan Hickey asks, any other despecialized projects planned after the 4K original trilogy, the prequels, THX 1138, Indiana Jones? Not really. I mean, I'm busy enough as it is, so I think after I finish Star Wars, I will be taking a break from this kind of a project. Plus, there are other people working on some of those, and like, for example, I think Indiana Jones doesn't really need it. I mean, I know they made some special edition like changes to the new 4K transfers, but we have the Blu-ray transfers if we want to watch the original, so. This is taking longer than it should. But yeah, okay, cool. What frame are we on? There we go. the computer's being pretty slow. I'll turn on an extra ventilator I have here. Hopefully it won't make too much noise. Alright, so let's actually add another tracking point and for example here. Oh, damn. I almost forgot. I wasn't on the first... Was I? Oh, awesome. I was on the first frame, so... without even realizing it. So that's perfect. And... yeah, let's track this one. Ah, I know where the problem is. I'm tracking it on the denoised version, and I didn't pre-render it, so... that's why... why it's being slow. Yeah, this is much faster. Okay. Pardon my rudeness. Chris is saying, pardon my rudeness. Thank you for your work. As a child of the 70s, having seen the OT in theaters, then not for many years, then to come across your work, it has been a blast. Why should I pardon your rudeness? The Darren Rollison? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. At what point do you say this is all I'm going to do on this project? I hope after version 3.0. Okay. Quick question. Are you looking forward to the Visions show? It looks pretty good so far. I have no idea what that is. Is it Star Wars? Hey Harmy, how has your day been? Pretty good. You know, a regular Sunday. How much have these tools changed since your first edit? Well, the tools have changed in themselves, but mainly I'm using completely different tools than I was in my first edit. I started with After Effects, and now I'm working in Nuke. Okay. What's going on here? Stabilization work. Stabilize. Okay, so now this center part should be stabilized. It's called Star Wars Vision. It's an anime show. Comes out this month. Oh yeah, I saw a trailer for it. Didn't seem very interesting to me. I'm not a big anime fan, and I'll probably give it a watch when it's out. But it's not something I'm really that into. Okay, that seems pretty nice. So let's do the same track on the UHD version. Harmy cooling his PC with a room fan. I am actually, yeah. I because it's under the table, so I needed something to take the hot air from under the table, so it doesn't overheat. And this computer produces a lot of heat. Okay. Okay, now the motion in the camera motion in both shots should match exactly. So the next step will be to draw a mask that will cover the area that has changed. I'm wondering. Yeah, they seem to have changed this whole thing. The change here is small, and I'm not sure if it's just color correction or they seem to have added some lens flare or something like that here. So yeah, I think for this one I'm gonna have to replace the whole corridor, which is a bit unfortunate. I was hoping to just be able to replace a little bit here so that I don't have to mask out this guy, but I guess it's not in the cards. Okay, what's going on here? Let's try and match the black levels. Better. Okay, I need to be smarter about this. Do it this way. All these color corrections should also be done before here. So if I need to mask them. Just do. Okay. Okay. Let's see how well this works. I'm gonna need to match the black levels better, I think, but and mask out this guy's face, but yeah. Once I use the denoised version, I think it will be pretty seamless. So let this. Okay, let's actually see. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to do some roto work here. Colors a little better as well. Okay. Let me switch this back to the denoised version and try and load up the whole shot. And in the meantime, I'll read some more of your comments. What's your favorite fan edit besides your own? Probably 81's, his revisited version, especially of Empire. It's really cool. So, what else? Someone's. Someone's saying no DNR is the only 4K 83 version I need. I actually checked 4K 83 non DNR version, and I'm pretty sure there is some. It's especially visible in the Sarlacc pit skies. There's some noise that is patterned, so that seems to have been introduced during the scanning. So I think the DNR version mostly gets rid of that, and I think it's from a very low grain print. So actually, the denoised version is probably fairly representative of what the print would look like projected. So yeah, what I'm not a big fan of personally is the 4K 83 color palette. I think it's a little dull. So that's what I'm mainly gonna be going for fixing on on Despecialized Return of the Jedi. Something's wrong here. Otherwise, 4K 83 is actually pretty amazing in terms of quality compared to 4K 77, which still looks like a scan of a print, but 4K 83 does generally look like a home video release. Like I've seen worse transfers on Blu-rays on official Blu-rays of some older films. So I have a lot of admiration for what those guys are doing with the 4K 77 and 83, and hopefully soon 4K 80. What this is part of actually why I switched to Star Wars as well, because uh, for Reel 1 of Empire, I have a version of the 35 millimeter that's already been through the manual cleanup, but for the other reels, they are still have a lot of dirt and stuff, and it would be easier if I could just work from. I don't get why. If I could just work from an already cleaned up version. Okay, that I think already looks pretty good, but you can totally see on the guy where the black levels don't match. So uh, I'm gonna try to match the black levels better for one, but that's probably not gonna help so much because uh, the blacks on the 35 millimeter print are a bit crashed compared to this, which of course comes from a much better source. Um, so I will have to do a roto mask for the dude uh, to make the shot work properly. But I think overall it's not bad. J.K. Smith says, I don't really care what a normal home video release would have. I don't want noise to be removed from the picture. And that's your right, and that's why the uh, non-DNR versions of 4K 77 and 4K 83 exist. Um, so yeah, you definitely don't want Despecialized because my main source is the Blu-ray, and that's already got like 99% of all grain removed, and what's left is static. So I'm gonna be adding some grain actually to this, but not anywhere near to the level of noise in the 4K 77 version. Well, guys, I wouldn't want to overshoot on my first stream after such a long time, so I think I'm gonna end this stream here. Thank you, thank you all for watching. Thank you for leaving nice comments, and I'll see you later. And may the Schwartz be with you.